Hey everybody! So tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I promised a little bit ago on my Facebook page that I'd be showing you guys how to make some chai tea. So that's what we're going to do tonight. This is really something that I'm excited about. I love chai. It's something that's so delicious, and to me it's just so warming, especially in the winter, especially on a drizzly day. It's something that brings just happiness to my heart. So I've been on a mission to kind of figure out how to make my own. If you get a chai latte at Starbucks or any other coffee place, they're using one of those pre-mixed cartons of chai flavoring, which are delicious, but full of extra preservatives and added ingredients. You can buy bags of chai tea, which are just put in water and let it steep, and that's your chai tea, but they're expensive. And I go through them really, really fast because I love chai tea. So I wanted to think of another way to do it and learn how to make my own. And so I've been experimenting with different seasonings or spices, and this is what I've come up with. So I'm going to start with a little bowl to mix it in, and I use a whisk to mix up my spices. That way I can make sure that I get them really good and blended. So this is what we've got, and it's some really easy things that most people have on hand. So we're going to start with cinnamon, which gives it a lot of the warmth and just an amazing smell. I love cinnamon, and it's so good. So I pre-measured my spices, but that's 2 tablespoons of cinnamon that we're going to put in here. The next one is cardamom. Cardamom is one that I actually had to go out and buy because I didn't use before, but it smells terrific, and it really does good at complementing the other flavors that we have in here. And we're using quite a bit of cardamom. This is 5 teaspoons of cardamom going in here. The next one's ginger. So ginger I have on hand, use all the time. Absolutely love it because we do a lot of Asian dishes and whatnot. I do a lot of stir fries, and so I put ground ginger in a lot of different sauces and stuff like that I make. So we have 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, and then we have some allspice. The allspice kind of has a peppery taste if you haven't tasted it on its own. I don't like too strong of a peppery taste in my chai, so I do about 1.5 teaspoons. You can add more or decrease it depending on your preferences. We're going to do some clove. Clove is really, really warming, and it has a really complex flavor, but it's really, really yummy. And then very last, we have nutmeg. Nutmeg is really, really great in a lot of seasonal drinks, pumpkin spice and all that kind of stuff. Really great in a lot of sauces. And so we've got 1 teaspoon of nutmeg going in here. So we put all of our spices in a jar or in a bowl. Give them a nice little mix. The whisk helps to really get in there and stir everything up. And it's okay if you look, I don't know if you guys can see that. There's little clumps of the ground ginger in here that aren't all the way broken up. That's fine because we're going to put this in a liquid and it's going to steep in that. So it's going to be just fine. So I take this and I put it into a jar. It makes enough to do quite a few drinks. It's probably 7 or 8 drinks in there. And by drinks, I mean 2 cups per time. I like to steep mine in a pitcher. This is a 2-cup Pyrex pitcher. And the reason I do it in here is it gives me the ability to have some for today and some for tomorrow. So I'll have a nice warm chai tea tonight, and then I'll have some cold chai tea mixed all ready to go, and I can use that in a smoothie later on. I'll show you how I do that, definitely. So we put our couple tea bags. So I do 2 tea bags into a 2-cup pitcher. And then about 2 tablespoons of chai mix goes into the pitcher as well, okay? And I'm gonna set this down. Then we use hot water. Bring it up to the 2-cup line. So really easy measurements, 2, 2, and 2 for the tea. And I'll put all of this down in the comments for you guys. I give it a little stir. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Let this steep for about 10 minutes. And it's going to get all of that delicious flavors going. It's going to warm up all of those spices, and it's going to really permeate the tea. And so that's how I make my chai tea mix, and I use that for warm and cold drinks. So the cold ones, I just let it sit in the fridge for a couple hours or overnight. So I have some that I mixed up ahead of time. Just gonna pull my tea bag out of here. So this is about 1 liquid cup of the chai tea. To that, I'm gonna add a little bit of sweetener because I like mine sweet. Just a little squeeze of honey in there. Nice local organic honey is what I use. And very last is some milk. So this I warmed up ahead of time. I like it warm. If I put in cold milk with my warm tea, it kind of defeats the purpose and cools down the tea too much. So I like it nice and warm. So give that a good mix and you have a wonderful, nice chai tea ready for you. So I'll put all the ingredient amounts in the bottom in the comments. If you guys like this video, give it a like, give it a share, and I'll see you guys later.